Success Insight shares the stories of the people with passion and drive who make things happen in the world. Here's your host, Howard Fox.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Success Insight podcast. Today's guest is Andrée Martin, our leadership mindset and golf performance coach. And I have to say, it's a pleasure to have Andrée back on the Success Insight podcast for this Mindset Monday series, because this is the start of our third season of the podcast. Last year with Andrée, we recorded close to 30 episodes in the series, and we are really on our way to get started. And as Andrée likes to say, go for the gold, don't settle for silver in this wonderful new year that we have in store for us. So let me give you a little bit of information about Andrée. She's our leadership mindset and golf performance coach. She's an LPGA Class A Life member, a nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, and a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame. Recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace, Andrée works with individuals, groups, corporate or organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andrée, it's a pleasure to have you back for the third season of Success Insight podcast and our first official episode of Mindset Monday.
2021. It's great to be back, Howard. And this is going to be our best year yet. We can only improve. Aren't we lucky?
Most definitely there. And, we had a great run last year, and I know
yes, we did.
We share this new program out to your listeners and to our guests, and, this workshop and helping you start the goals. And I know all the topics that we're going to discuss here are just going to help, whether you are the golfer or the leader. It's going to help them with their mindset and performance. And again, as you like to say, your ideal clients, my ideal clients and listeners, go for the gold and not settle for silver. So what's in store for us today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to take those SMART goals that we established for the year. And today's subject is taking 2021 from vision and commitment to accountability.
Wonderful.
We're going to put into action and hold you accountable. And we're going to give you 5 steps to get there. So how are you going to be held accountable so that your SMART goals are achieved?
Very good.
Leaders hire coaches for a reason.
Yep.
Golf professionals, good amateurs, actually all golfers hire good coaches, but do they hire them with a purpose of really attaining the goals that they need to play their personal best? What we're going to do today is assess your game, assess your business game as well, and devise a plan for optimal accountability execution. So first, we need to understand the goals, understand the vision, and believe in this vision. It's very easy to go off course. It's very easy to go out of bounds. It's very easy to slice yourself into the woods. But how are you going to stay the course? You got to let it go and bring it on back and come back on course. The more efficient you can get at letting go of the bad shot, letting go of what didn't work, and bring yourself back on course with that focused plan and check in on what you've laid out so that those benchmarks are achieved, you're going to keep yourself on that success track. The building of the achievable plan. First, you're going to break down each of those categories, even in business, but I'm going to use golf as an analogy right now. I find that most amateurs do not practice for the pressure, and that's where mindset wins. You got to practice with a purpose, but also have a part of that plan be for games that help engage you to perform well under pressure and know where you break down under pressure. This is breaking everything down. Okay, so how do you do well? Where do you stress? And how do we pull that back into performance enhancement to keep moving forward and staying on track to fulfilling that vision and commitment you have for the game? That's where you need a coach, and a coach that's going to help hold you accountable.
Is the coach going to help you create scenarios where you're under pressure? And how does
A good one will.
Okay.
We know that putting for a higher handicapper is 40% of your score. A low handicapper, I say low handicapper 10 and under, it's probably going to be more around 30, 32% of your score. So to do that, you've got to be able to make 3 out of 3 putts from 3 feet. You got to be able to make 2 to 3 out of 3 from 6 feet and 2 to 3 out of 3 from 9 feet. As you're progressing back and you're building, okay, we got 3, drop back to 6. Okay, we got the 2 out of 3. Now let's get 3 out of 3. So what pressure games can you put yourself under so that you are getting excited about making that third putt versus afraid of it?
So let me ask a question, and I'm just trying to get clarity, at least for me.
Sure.
To put the pressure on during the round, is the player intentionally putting the pressure on during the round, or is he or she putting the pressure on in the moment of practice? Because how do you create this environment where you can get so comfortable at 3 feet away, 6 feet away, 50 yards away, where it becomes like clockwork for you?
That's a good question. If I were to talk to someone like yourself, Howard, who is a fairly new golfer, you don't need any more stresses. What you want to do is have fun and really enjoy the game and make good, solid ball striking.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, how many times can you hit it solidly out of 6 shots? And as a new golfer, 2 out of 6 is great. And if you're getting to the 5th shot and you still haven't made that second shot, how do you get comfortable and relaxed enough so you allow yourself to do it?
Because I am under pressure. If I'm at shot number 6 and I haven't done it, you've just added more pressure to me.
So depending on one's ability level, there's different levels of pressure as well. It might not be the score. It might just be the ability to make a good ball striking shot, a solid contact shot. Just like in business, you've got people in different departments, people in different levels of the performance scale of what you need them to do. If you're a business owner, what in the beginning of the year do you need to lay out in the plan to have your best year ever so that you can rehearse it, do it, and execute it? And then, okay, let's test it. Under pressure, how are we going to hold up? So this is all coming back to, in golf, you've got to have very strong fundamentals.
In the business world, when I make a commitment,
Mm-hmm.
and that it could be an individual's commitment, which is something I would see and work on with my client.
Right.
The accountability is my client knowing that he or she has to achieve the goals that they've set. That's the commitment they make, and they achieve it. If it's a team commitment, then the team holds each other accountable to the commitment. How in the golf world does the player who's making a commitment that she's going to hit 3 out of 6, 4 out of 6, 5 out of 6 from wherever they're at, and how, other than practicing, how else are they going to be introducing the commitment to ensure that ultimately they see that success?
They're going to be given a structure and a goal to achieve. I find a lot of people just get up there and just hitting balls. They're just hitting and slapping at it. And there's no purposeful way to measure if there's any progress at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so with strong fundamentals laid out, and you're looking at your SMART goals, but now with the SMART goals, we're taking it one step further. We're building that achievable plan. Okay, as a new golfer, 2 and 6 is great. As a better golfer, so we're moving in different modules based on one's handicap. Let's just say we're talking about the bullseye on a green.
Mm-hmm.
For a new golfer, just hitting the green is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
For someone in their 20s for handicap, it might be a smaller circle. And then someone in the teens, that circle is smaller yet. And then as a single digits, it's smaller yet. And yet each day you're practicing, it's how many out of 6 and how many sets of 6 are you doing? And then you're actually charting and tracking those successes.
If I'm at the driving range, that's easy for me to do.
Sure.
Because that's where I can practice based on the commitment I've made. I continually practice until I get it there.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because I was struggling with, how do I do this while I'm out on the course?
Out on the course, and not to interrupt you, I'm following what you're saying. So out on the course, how are you going to measure that? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So out on the golf course, it's going to be a matter of, for your level, it's what's an up and down. And then for a better player, it's like, how many up and downs can I get? And up and down for everybody that is nominal as a golfer means you're hitting a pitch or chip or an iron shot into the green. It's actually inside 100 yards. Can you get it up onto the green and into the hole in two? For a higher handicap, I always say get it up onto the green and two putt. Again, I'm setting different benchmarks and goals for each individual to achieve their plan that's possible for them given their ability level. The third step is about holding each person accountable on a team, each individual accountable for what they've agreed to accomplish. Some will say they can do it, but are they actually going to get out there and practice and do it? Or am I going to be a practice session for them as well?
Okay. So really what I'm hearing is I have my vision. I want to improve my handicap. And I want to be more successful either at the tee, on the fairways,
right,
leading up the 100 yards, 60 some yards to the green, on the green, and that I need to create practice scenarios where I'm consistently practicing that one thing so that I can achieve that goal. So I've made the commitment and my practice is the accountability.
Yes. And if your practice happens to be the golf course, it might be, okay, so last time I played, as a newer golfer, I may have only hit one fairway. How many fairways can I make this time? And then I might go one step further. Here's a great tip for the listeners. I will even go one step further. You'll break it down into 3 holes at a time and make it an individual tournament. How many out of first three holes did I hit in the fairway? Okay. Can I do one more in the next 3 holes and the next 3 holes? And then you're going to go, okay, how many greens do I hit? And then how many up and downs, how many sand shots, how many putts, and all those pieces add together for better play. I'm taking your SMART goals and moving you into actually scoring versus just swinging and in mechanics. We want to build upon that and get you more efficient with your time and purposeful with your practice so that we can put that plan into really being productive.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's number 4, being more efficient with your time.
Okay.
People are busy. And yes, in COVID, many have more time to play golf. But with the time I have, how am I going to break down my percentages and focus on each part of the game with this plan and holding myself accountable to actually stay to the plan versus veer away and just, okay, I just want to do this. It might even include a bullseye game where you're really dialing in on the target. As we make time for us to go out on the golf course and exercise, this actually can create an opportunity for everybody to have more life balance. And the breathing and getting into your rhythm and your tempo also helps with relaxing. And you really realize how much golf is simulating your needs in life. It really is a meditating sport.
Very good.
So I'd like to close with 2 questions that the readership can work on between now and next time we get together.
Okay. Or the listenership, since...
Listenership, excuse me. Did I say readership?
That's okay.
I've been reading a lot today.
That's okay.
All right. So, listeners, what 3 things have you wanted to add to your productivity and grow in either golf or business? What 3 things have you wanted to add to your productivity? What part of your game needs the most help? What 3 areas can you work on? Maybe it's just getting a practice plan. Maybe you're just slapping at balls and with no plan at all. And that's not going to match your SMART goals that you set at the beginning of the year. And the second question is, what 3 things can you do 3 to 5 days a week beyond play, realistically, where you can check it off like a spreadsheet on your calendar? And you could do it in your business. And this is another way to keep you accountable to meet your goals, hold yourself to your plan, and driving yourself towards your vision.
Very good. Very good.
Go for the gold. Don't settle for silver.
So, Andrée, if our listeners would like to learn more about you and your work, where are the best places for them to go?
They can reach me on my website, andreagolf.com. That's Andrée with 2 E's. I also have a Facebook and LinkedIn site, and I'm on Instagram.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we will definitely provide the backlinks to your website, andreagolf.com, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you again.
YouTube.
All right, folks, we've just been chatting with our leadership mindset and golf performance coach, Andrée Martin, and this is really the next step after our initial review of 2020 and what Andrée had in store for 2021. And so this first episode is from vision and commitment to accountability, and a lot of great information from Andrée. And we hope that you take it to heart and get out there, whether it's on the golf course or in your business, and focus on the gold. Don't settle for silver. And we hope once again you enjoyed this series of podcasts, Mindset Monday, and we're going to be continuing to deliver these throughout the year. Okay, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we do hope you have a phenomenal day. Let us know what you think of today's podcast. Check us out on successinsightpodcast.com. You can visit us on Facebook and on LinkedIn at our Success Insight Podcast pages. We're on most of the major podcast platforms: iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, and we are also on YouTube as well. All right, folks, again, go out there, have a phenomenal day. Hope your 2021 is off to a great start, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Success Insight Podcast. Take care now.
Success Insight is a production of Fox Coaching and First Story Strategies. Find us online, successinsightpodcast.com.